In the room when Jack was born?
I was, yeah. I was navigating the tension between the nurse and the doula. Shit, and people taking advantage of me because I was making money with them. You know what I mean? And I finally got to a point where I'm like, it's not worth being stepped on because this person's helping me make money.
So this week, Justin Bieber did a really interesting move, and he basically launched a streaming channel. Justin Bieber, like, playing basketball, skateboarding, playing pool. So he created this, like, $20 million warehouse. There's, like, a 100-foot screen where you can, like, see all this live stream comments. It's like he's, like, living in, like, the Truman Show. Like, it's like everyone can just watch him live his life.
People have been acting real confused lately because Justin Bieber suddenly decided to jump into the Twitch world like it's his new home base. One minute he's quiet, off doing his own thing, and the next he's online for hours showing a side of himself nobody is used to seeing. Folks are watching him like it's a reality show, trying to figure out what shifted and why he's being so open all of a sudden. Justin's been hopping on these lives where he's basically letting the camera run while he hangs out with his friends, messes around with music, snacks on whatever's near him, and just lives. It's not the polished, curated Bieber people are used to, so it's throwing a lot of viewers off. You can tell he's watched other streamers and thought, all right, let me see what this feels like. And now he's locked in like it's his new thing. People online are even spinning theories, saying maybe he needs extra cash, or maybe there's some deeper reason for why he's suddenly streaming this much. Nobody knows what's true, but everybody's acting like detectives over it. What is clear is that him going live so often means we're seeing him unfiltered. And once he starts talking, he doesn't hold back. Justin has gone on long rants, and the stuff he's shared has had people shaking their heads like, did he really just say that on live? One moment that caused a whole wave of reactions was when he talked about the birth of his son, Jack. He said Hailey had a doula during the delivery, and according to him, things got heated because he felt the doula was stepping on his role as the dad.
In the room when Jack was born?
I was, yeah. I was navigating the tension between the nurse and the doula. And then I got into it with the doula. The doula is the one that helps, like, with the mom, like, kind of in a homeopathic way. And it's like this, they just help move the baby in the right position, calm them, you know what I mean? But there was times where I wanted to, like, calm my wife and be there, and I felt like she was taking my space, my place.
I told the doula to get lost.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck out of the room.
And Hailey told me I had to apologize to the doula. I did the same kind of thing. Hailey was like, baby, attention.
He said he couldn't comfort Hailey the way he wanted because the doula kept being in the middle. He even admitted he kind of snapped at the doula, which turned the room tense real fast. And then Hailey told him he needed to apologize because the energy was off, and he ended up saying sorry just to calm things down again. And yes, he said all of this live, straight from his mouth, like it was just some random story time session. When he dropped that story, I couldn't help thinking, bruh, Hailey might not want that blasted all over the internet like that. Justin was talking freely, but the whole time I'm sitting there imagining her probably watching that stream like, why would you say that? The way he described the room, the arguments, the tension. It was wild to hear him just spill it without even blinking.
I was butting heads with the doula, and it was just like this, and I was hella emotional because it's like, this is like one of the most important times of your life. And I remember just like, I think I was being really strong with the doula, like, and then it was making Hailey feel anxious. Yeah. So she's like, you need to apologize to the doula, like, just make it just clear the air. Yeah. Just like, so I just was like, I'm sorry, my emotions are heightened. I don't want you to take away from my moment either as the dad, like, I got this too. There's times where I need to console Hailey, and I felt like she was pushing me to the side so that she could do it. And I'm like, I got good instincts with this stuff.
And then you've got the whole part about the birth, the emotions, the roles clashing, and it makes you realize this Twitch era Justin is giving us raw moments he never used to show. And that has everybody shocked. When Justin started telling that whole story about the delivery room chaos, I couldn't stop imagining how wild that moment must have felt for Hailey. Because nobody wants drama while bringing a baby into the world. Imagine trying to breathe through contractions while your husband is arguing with the doula who's literally hired to keep you calm and supported. That's the kind of situation you hear about in TV shows, not something you expect to actually happen in real life. And honestly, it hits different when you think about the fact that doulas aren't cheap, especially here in the US. You bring them in because you want someone trained to advocate for you, to speak up, to guide you, and to make sure the whole process goes smoothly. So Hailey clearly chose her doula for a reason, and she trusted her. Then Justin jumps in on live like, yeah, I told her to back off. And I'm sitting here stunned because that's the kind of detail most couples keep private. To drop it casually on stream like it's story time is wild. But that wasn't even the only heavy thing he shared. While he's been streaming nonstop, he's opened up about people in his past who, according to him, used him to stack their own pockets. The way he explained it had viewers thinking he was indirectly talking about Scooter Braun or even some of the business managers he fired a while back. Justin didn't say any names, but the hints were loud enough that people online started connecting dots instantly. There was already all that talk before about Justin believing money was mishandled behind the scenes, and that's why he ended up firing his whole management team and starting fresh.
Shit and people taking advantage of me because I was making money with them. You know what I mean? And I finally got to a point where I'm like, it's not worth being stepped on because this person's helping me make money, you know? So like I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm just, my no's have really been, and my boundaries have helped me to like really grow as a person, and like, and money usually, like resources and money and all these things will happen, and when you just prioritize people, I think, you know, because I really think people are the point, and money is just a resource, and it's neither here nor there. It's like, I thought once I got, you know, X amount of dollars, I was going to be happy, or once I achieved, you know, sold out Madison Square Garden, I was going to be happy, or like once I, you know, there's so many things that I thought were going to fix.
So when he mentioned betrayal, money issues, and people taking advantage, fans were like, all right, we know exactly who he's pointing at. Whether he meant Scooter or someone else, it definitely sparked a whole new wave of speculation. And you've got to remember, Justin and Scooter were tied together since the beginning of his career. Literally since Justin was a kid singing on YouTube. Their partnership was one of those things people thought would last forever, so when they suddenly cut ties after all those years, it already raised eyebrows. And now hearing Justin vent about people draining him financially only made the situation look messier from the outside. He didn't accuse Scooter directly, but let's be real. The internet wasn't about to let this slide without digging. Viewers were in the Twitch chat practically playing detective, trying to match his words to old headlines and messy timelines. Every time he paused, every time he chose a certain phrase, people were analyzing it like it was some kind of clue he was dropping. So now, with Justin talking so openly and emotionally on stream, people are trying to figure out who exactly he's calling out and how deep the situation really goes.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, that's dope, Lord, bro.
Excited for that.
Reading the Loyal video?
A lot of songs from the new album. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole both project probably, and just find a way to like merge some of the old songs in where I can, and like, but yeah, I haven't performed these songs live yet, and that'll be kind of the first time I really do them all like live like that. I'm super excited. And like performing in the desert, like I've always dreamed of performing at Coachella. Like something really magical about being out there in the desert. Like we have a place out there, and it's one of my favorite places in the world. Being either desert, mountains. What's your favorite kind of place to be? Ocean? By the way, yeah.
When Justin started talking about his future plans, he mentioned something that instantly set his whole fan base buzzing. Coachella! He said that's the one and only show he's planning to do next year, and that comment had fans spinning out. People were like, hold up, just one show, that's it? Because a lot of his supporters were hoping this meant touring was finally back on the table. Instead, he drops that he's only stepping out for Coachella, and that's got folks feeling all kinds of mixed emotions. But honestly, him choosing just one show doesn't even sound surprising when you think about everything he's been through. The last time he tried to tour, he couldn't finish because his health took a major hit, and that situation clearly stuck with him. So, doing one single performance, maybe that's his way of easing in without pushing himself too far. Even he keeps hyping Coachella whenever he streams, but that's right now in the moment. And Coachella is months away in April.
Well, I also, I think I can just use the remote. I know, but like, what if, like, I'm just saying it's good to not scream here in general, because like, what if like Hailey sends me a picture of his or something, you know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? Just on my streaming, just this full-on streamer now. But Johnny helped set it all up for me. Yeah, it's a full production. I think Hailey's about to pull up with Jack. So I think you can cut the screen.
It's on us right now.
Yeah, because Hailey's about to get here.
People are side-eyeing the whole thing like, we know Justin. He might switch up last minute. Fans keep comparing it to what Kanye or Frank Ocean did, promising the stage and then backing out. And some people are literally buying Coachella tickets only to see Justin perform. So the pressure is real, but everyone's holding on to hope that he actually shows up because he seems genuinely excited whenever he talks about it. But all of that wasn't even the biggest viral moment from his streams. The clip that had the internet in full meltdown mode was when Justin's physical therapy session showed up live. His physical therapist came through, started adjusting him, had her hand on his back, stretching him out, and instantly the comment sections everywhere blew up with people saying she looked way too comfortable around him. Viewers were reacting like, if I were Hailey, I would not be cool with that, and turning a simple adjustment into a whole storyline. You had people joking around saying things like, she does not need to be that close to do her job, or she looks like she enjoying this way too much. Some even swore Justin didn't need that kind of hands-on treatment, calling it extra or unnecessary. Folks were convinced the therapist was crossing some boundary even though they didn't actually know what she was doing medically. But the other half of the internet jumped in to defend Justin and shut the drama down fast. They pointed out that Hailey uses the same therapist, that this woman has worked with the both of them for years, and that she's basically become a trusted friend of the family. People were reminding everyone that Justin has openly talked about nerve issues, muscle tension, and mobility problems. So physical therapy is literally a normal part of his life now, not something suspicious. One person flat out explained, that's Dr. Jocelyn Miranda. She's a chiropractor and she's been treating Justin and Hailey forever, trying to calm everyone down. But that's the thing with streaming. When you show real moments from your life, the public is gonna talk regardless. And Justin's Twitch era has people analyzing every little interaction like they're watching a drama series.
I'm a little bit better than this guy, but then you have, there's an air about you that's like kind of like stinks, bro. You can smell when someone thinks they're better than somebody else.
Yeah.
And I don't want to think I'm better than anybody. Because you don't know what someone's born into. You look at all these documentaries of like, even like serial killers and shit, like usually the worst of the worst shit happened to those people.
Yeah.
They were like really fucked with like in a crazy, bad, horrible way.
Yeah.
So like you can't ever judge because that's just never gonna work. Like we are all the same. Mm-hmm. And people need to hear that watching, you know what I mean? Like someone's probably struggling with their own self-image of like, am I ever gonna, you know, am I worthy of love? Like, and God says you are, you know what I mean? Yep. I don't make the rules, but Jesus says that.
Another moment that had people raising eyebrows was Justin casually letting viewers watch him go through parts of his daily routine that celebrities usually keep private. He's been showing everything from his morning stretches to late-night studio sessions, and it's giving fans more access than they've had in years. Because of that, the streams feel almost too real at times, and people can't help analyzing every detail like they're watching behind-the-scenes footage that wasn't meant to be public. At one point, Justin started talking about how much pressure he's felt throughout his career, and he opened up about the emotional toll fame has taken on him. He didn't get too specific, but he made it clear that there were years where he felt completely drained, confused, and unsure about who actually cared about him outside of the spotlight. When he says things like that, viewers start thinking back to his old interviews and those times he looked exhausted on stage, trying to make sense of what he's really hinting at now. He also touched on the times he stepped away from music, saying he needed space to just exist without the weight of everyone's expectations. Hearing him say that live, unfiltered, hit fans differently because it wasn't packaged or rehearsed. It was just him talking straight about how overwhelming life got at certain points. Some people think this new streaming phase is his way of reconnecting with people on his own terms without managers controlling the narrative. Another thing he's been opening up about is friendship. Who stayed, who dipped, and who surprised him.
So this week, Justin Bieber did a really interesting move, and he basically launched a streaming channel. Justin Bieber, like, playing basketball, skateboarding, playing pool. So he created this, like, $20 million warehouse. There's, like, a 100-foot screen where you can, like, see all this live stream comments. It's like he's, like, living in, like, the Truman Show. Like, it's like everyone can just watch him live his life. But in the back of the warehouse, they have a full set, so he can perform music live on this streaming channel. And what I think is really interesting about where I think this is going is this is how he's going to monetize his music in an age of where music streaming is making no money. Listen to this. In 2021, Bieber broke Spotify's record for most all-time monthly listeners ever with a whopping 83.3 million streams. While those numbers are obviously impressive, Spotify reportedly pays 0.004 cents per stream. So for 83.3 million individual song streams, Bieber would only pocket $333,000.
He even said there were moments he realized certain people were only around because of his fame, which is something he's hinted at before but never really elaborated on. The way he spoke about loyalty made it sound like he's been doing some serious reevaluating in his circle. And then there's the music talk. Justin mentioned he's been experimenting with new sounds and that some of the stuff he's been playing around with is different from anything he's released publicly. He didn't say whether he plans on dropping an album soon, but the excitement in his voice made people wonder if something unexpected might be coming. This whole Twitch era is giving fans glimpses into his headspace, musically and personally, and every day people tune in waiting for him to reveal something new. What really blows my mind is how Justin seems genuinely into this whole streaming lifestyle, like it's becoming his new comfort zone. For someone who's always been seen as super private, it's wild to watch him suddenly share pieces of his day like it's nothing. But then again, over the last year, he's been posting nonstop on Instagram, dropping photos every few minutes like he's documenting his whole mood board in real time. So maybe this Twitch thing is just the next step in him wanting to show more of himself and connect on a different level. Still, the whole thing has sparked conversations everywhere because it's such a switch up from what people expect from him. Justin has always had this aura of keeping his personal life locked down tight. So seeing him chill on camera, talk freely, laugh with his friends, and just be relaxed around thousands of viewers feels like a new chapter for him. And it's making fans wonder whether this is growth, boredom, healing, or just him enjoying something fresh and unfiltered. But one thing that's been crystal clear is how protective he stays over Hailey and their baby. Even while streaming so much, he never crosses that line. You don't see their child on camera, you don't hear Hailey being dragged into private moments. He's keeping that boundary strong, and honestly, that's good to see. It shows he can be open with fans without exposing the parts of his life that should stay off the internet for safety and peace. Still, watching him share these random bits of his life has everybody debating whether this is a new long-term thing or just a phase he's exploring. Some people think he's trying to reconnect with fans in a real human way. Others think he's experimenting to see where he feels comfortable while balancing fame. And some are just nosy, trying to catch every little moment on stream in case he spills another unexpected story. But now I want to hear from you, What do you think about Justin Bieber streaming parts of his daily life? Do you think it's a good move, or do you feel like he's opening the door to too much? And how do you feel about the way he's been balancing being public while still protecting his family behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts, I seriously want to know. Make sure you hit like, share this video, and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. And don't bounce yet. Check out the next video popping up on your screen for even more celebrity drama, because trust me, you're gonna wanna see it. See you in the next one.